They're not the loudest, not the flashiest, but when they enter a room, people turn, women notice. Men respect them. You might think it's money, looks, or status, but it's not. It's something deeper, something subtle. And here's the truth, 99% of women are drawn to this kind of man, even if they can't explain why. Today, I'll break down exactly who that man is, why women instinctively choose him, and how you can become him without pretending to be someone you're not. Let's be clear from the start. The man we're talking about isn't some fantasy alpha male from a Hollywood script. He's calm, collected, centered. He doesn't beg for attention, and he never chases validation. He carries himself with a quiet power. He walks into a room with presence, not performance. Women may not describe him with words like stoic or emotionally grounded, but that's exactly what he is, because what they're really attracted to is security. Not just physical security, but emotional security. A man who doesn't lose control. A man who knows who he isn't, doesn't need to prove it. That energy, it's rare, and rare is irresistible. This kind of man lives by a code, not a rule book, but a personal standard. It's built on something ancient, Stoicism. Now, when most people hear Stoic, they think emotionless, cold, distant, wrong. A true Stoic doesn't shut down his feelings. He simply doesn't let them run the show. He feels anger but doesn't explode. He feels fear but doesn't freeze. He feels desire but isn't a slave to it. And that kind of emotional mastery, that's what creates the energy women feel. The "I trust this man" instinct, because women aren't just looking for a provider or protector anymore. They're looking for a man who can handle life and still stay centered. Let's talk psychology for a second. Attraction isn't random. It's a mix of biology, psychology, and perception. And one of the deepest instincts women have is to look for signs of stability, not just financial or social stability, but emotional stability. Here's what the research shows. Women subconsciously assess how a man responds to stress, to conflict, and to uncertainty. If you're reactive, needy, constantly triggered, you send the message, "I'm unstable. I can't handle the world, and I can't handle you." But if you're calm under pressure, if you speak with intention, if you don't need to be right all the time, don't need to control everything, that sends the opposite message. "I've got me. I don't need anything from you, and you're safe with me." That's what hooks women deeper than looks ever will. Most men are too focused on external things, status, money, aesthetics, game. But women notice something else. They notice the way you carry yourself when no one is looking. They notice how you speak to the waiter, how you handle a setback, how you deal with rejection, how you treat yourself. She can feel when your confidence is real or when it's just noise. And here's the crazy part. You don't even need to say much, because when your energy is rooted in self-respect, you become naturally attractive without needing to perform. Your silence becomes more powerful than another man's bragging. Your stillness becomes louder than someone else's desperation. That's the paradox of real masculine energy. It doesn't chase, it attracts. So now let's get real. How do you actually become this kind of man? It's not about pretending. It's not about tricks or tactics. It's about transformation. Here are 7 actionable steps. 1. Control your emotions. Don't suppress. Observe. Train yourself to pause before reacting. Breathe. Respond with intention to eliminate neediness. Neediness kills attraction. Start getting your validation from your actions, not others. 3. Build a mission. Have a clear direction in life. When a man has purpose, everything else falls into place. For discipline, your habits, gym, diet, sleep, reading. You don't rise to your goals, you fall to your systems. 5. Speak less, say more. Be direct, be clear, say what you mean, then stop talking. 6. Guard your energy. Not everyone deserves your time. Protect your peace like it's gold, because it is. 7. Reflect daily. Write, think, check yourself. Growth doesn't happen by accident. It happens through awareness. Start here, and you'll begin to build quiet confidence, the kind no one can fake. Let me be honest, this isn't a 30-day transformation. It's a lifelong practice, because you're not just becoming the kind of man women want, you're becoming the kind of man you respect. That's the real reward. You'll notice that your conversations change. Your presence changes. Your standards go up not just for women, but for life itself. And suddenly, women do notice. They feel your energy before you speak. They feel your stillness, your boundaries, your calm, and they're drawn to it not because you're trying, but because you've become it. That's what makes this powerful. You're not putting on a mask. You're becoming the most grounded, powerful version of yourself. The version that attracts naturally without ever chasing. So, if you're tired of chasing, if you're done pretending, if you're ready to step into a mindset that creates lasting attraction, inner peace, and self-respect, then this is your call. Forget gimmicks. Forget tricks. Forget trying to impress women. Instead, impress yourself. Build a life so solid, so purposeful, so calm, that the right people can't help but be drawn to it. Because 99% of women choose this kind of man, even if they don't know why. And now you do. If this resonated, hit that subscribe button. This channel is for men ready to build something real from the inside out. You're not here to impress the world. You're here to lead it by becoming the man it needs. Let's get to work.